That was actually the chair rubbing against the armoire.
Tim just very first podcast, and he lets one loose right as I hit the record button. We cannot make this stuff up, and I am keeping it in the podcast. So I'm Mark Mosgrove, and we have Tim Andrews here, and we do some other podcast shenanigans. We want to talk about some spooky stuff, so it's kind of not, the concept's not 100% there, but we're just going to start talking because that's what we like to do. So, Tim, tell me about what you think about this new podcast that we're starting.
Well, first of all, Mark, I want to let you know that finally I'm free to use my real voice in a podcast, because we are going to be talking about some strange and unusual phenomenon. I've also taken the liberty of writing an introduction, and I want you to listen closely. I think we've got a winner here, because any good woo-woo podcast has to have some really, really good woo-woo music.
Okay,
so
let's hear it.
Bear with me. What do you think? I think it's wonderful.
It's pretty good, but it kind of feels a little bit contrite.
Does it sound familiar? I don't know.
Doesn't sound familiar, but
I have my heart either set on that one or
okay,
this
give me
one.
another one.
Yeah,
Give me another one.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm thinking. It's working. Here it goes. How did you like the? Huh?
It feels it. I like it. It kind of feels like if you were like lost in space. Maybe that's kind of what it would sound like.
Right.
But I mean, we want to boldly explore. We want to boldly go where no one has gone before in this podcast. So, does that inspire you for any music?
Oh, I just had something on the tip of my tongue, on the tip of my whistle, and I can't quite. Wait, hold on a minute. Something like that? What do you think?
That's closer. We might. We'll make that be the working. What do you want to call it? The working music until we get a better song.
Yeah,
I mean, that song kind of feels kind of dated. Feels like something someone would have maybe wrote back in the 60s. I mean, what good has come out of the 60s other than me?
Yeah.
Not a whole lot. But were you born in the 60s?
Yes, I was. The early 60s.
Early 60s.
LSD days.
I like the attempt at the music, but it kind of has but maybe it's a throwback, kind of like an homage to kind of like 1960s sci-fi. It might work.
Well,
it's kind of a catchy song.
And we want to have something with a good beat, something that you can really dance to when you're telling stories about strange and unusual phenomenon, because you want to make sure it moves along at a, healthy clip. You know what I'm saying?
What are you doing? You're scaring me.
I'm so excited, Mark. I'm so excited about this podcast. I think you've got a winner of an idea here. Everybody's got a story. You got a story, don't you, folk? You got a story? How about you in the back? How about you over there in Minnesota? You have a story? I'll bet it's about Bigfoot or Tim Walls. Am I right? Tim Walls.
You saw Tim Walls in Minnesota somewhere?
Walking through the woods.
Chewing on bark.
Sorry.
His back against
the politics thing is following me right into this podcast.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't mean to say anything political, but...
Well,
yeah, no, we're all going to have stories. I've got stories. I'm going to tell you one tonight, and you can believe it if you want. I really don't care. And you know, I'll never stop believing it. I don't care how high I was. Kidding. But that's what we want to hear, right, Mark? We want to hear about people's stories and what has happened and things like that. So I've got a couple. Do you want to hear one now? Do you want to hear both now? Do you want me to save one for later? What do you want me to do?
One for now.
All right. I'll tell you the one that comes to mind in high school. 1978. Sorry, I like being a little mysterious. Doylestown, Ohio. I was dating a girl. I know that's hard to believe, first of all. That's strange and unusual.
How old was she?
But, well, I was 18, so let's see. I think 8.5. But she was a little younger than me. But we were both in high school. I went to her house. She had a real old house. And it was like they used to build them like out of sandstone, you know, the big sand blocks and everything. It was a real like old Tudor, elegant, the solid wood doors, the tall wood doors. And she lived by a big lake, and there was a grand piano in the living room, and there was a little balcony at the top, mostly just decorative, but just, you know, a cool old classic looking home. But it was ancient. And so there was always a rumor that the old owner was like buried underneath the piano, which was a little joke that they always said, you know. So I went down there with the idea that I was going to scare her. And, you know, I went in there and opened up the door, come in, and I just had the weirdest feeling, you know. I had a feeling that this guy with this weird little hat, and I'm explaining, it was a long time ago, but I'm explaining all the features and everything about this guy, right? And the funny thing, there was like a picture, and she had like this old picture of the guy that they'd found in the house, and she showed me every single thing that I described was in the picture. So I described the guy to a T, first of all, okay? And then so she went into the kitchen. It weirded her out, of course. She went into the kitchen. She was making me a sandwich, you know, as women are expected to do. Kidding, I'm not a chauvinist.
You trained her well.
Yeah. Took her a little longer than I had hoped before she finally got the
the peanut butter and the jelly. It's kind of a hard thing to.
Woman, did I say peanut butter and jelly? Whap. But
we're joking.
We're kidding, right? But anyhow, she came in and we're talking. So I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden the front knob on it was in the living room. The door to the entrance to the house was in that front entryway. I could see it, and all of a sudden the doorknob started shaking vociferously.
You mean like
Is that
this,
a word?
like this sort of thing?
Like this, back and forth, right? So
You're making me nervous when you do that.
Yeah. So I go, should I change the name to protect the innocent? I said, Denise, that was her name. Sorry, I'm not very creative. Denise, I said, your parents are home. You know, your parents are home. So she went and she opened the door, and it was a solid wood door, but it had like one of those hammered out cast iron knobs, you know, in the inside. When she opened the door, I noticed that the outside was a latch. So when you press the latch, the inside door knob doesn't turn. Ooh. So it was just turning on its own. And then all of a sudden there were pictures up on the wall right in the foyer there of the girls. She had 2 sisters and the parents, and all the pictures just went. They went not all the way sideways, but like at an angle, all at once. So it completely freaked me out. And to this day, nobody believes it because they think because there were hallucinogenics and heroin involved that I didn't know what I was talking about. No, I will preface this by saying that I may not have been the most straight-laced kid back then, but I was completely sober, no weed, no drugs, no booze, no nothing. It was the middle of the day. It wasn't even dark. It was the middle of the day and all this stuff happened. So that was just one example of some of the weird things that's happened. And I think I'll say this. My family is Hungarian. So Hungarians are kind of, there's gypsies. Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
There are gypsies in the Hungarian history. So it's kind of a woo-woo situation anyways. But I've had some other kind of weird experience. I'll just say one because it's very quick. It's not going to fit like full into another episode or what have you, whatever you want to do. But I do remember that she was, I suspected that maybe she was cheating on me, as women are prone to do, when a better offer comes along, like pretty much any. But but I had this feeling, and I was in my car, and I'm driving around, and I actually drove to a place that I had never, ever been before in my life. And I caught her with a guy. There was no clues as if it was like I was just led there. And there she was in a car with a guy. Now that was kind of strange. And my friend that was with me, he thought that was nuts too. He saw it firsthand. So, we ended up chasing the guy and having a hell of a, I went up and, hitting the windows and everything else. And as young, virile, high school, jealous kids are prone to do. But, stories like that, it's unexplained how it happens. I don't know. I just get these deja vu feelings, these kind of weird feelings sometimes. And a lot of times my hunches turn out to be right. But, now, you showed up today. You're not racked up. You're not dead, Mark. So I was wrong last night, I guess.
Well, hey, did Denise say that had happened before, or don't you remember? Did she say?
No.
Or did she see it happen, or just you?
Nope. I asked her that, and she'd never seen it. Sometimes I wonder, is it because I went down there with that kind of nefarious plan, I don't know if somehow my mind constructed it or, and somehow made it happen that way, or if it was just a strange phenomena. Maybe somebody sensed I was playing games, or it was kind of almost a Skinwalker Ranch situation.
Oh.
Like the house knew what I was doing. Hold on. I just killed a bug. Isn't that weird that a bug would show up at a moment like this?
Yeah, especially the first week of October, because bugs don't come in the house when it's starting to get cooler out.
Never, and I've never seen one like this. I'd show it to you, but it's like spreading over 1.5 inches of this napkin right now, so you wouldn't recognize it.
So, when you told her this, did she act surprised, or you're saying she didn't see it?
Well, yeah, no, she didn't see it. She did see the pictures, though. She thought that was because they didn't go back. They were all at an angle, and unless she thought maybe I did it, I don't know.
Was it like they all went all at the same time,
exactly.
Or was it like dominoes? Don't.
No, they all went at the same time. They just all went like that. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Corner of your eye or straight on?
Straight on. Yep.
Now,
the minute I jumped off that third step on the landing, they all went. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh.
Oh, it's explained. It's finally explained.
Now see, in today's times, you would pull out your phone and you take a picture immediately.
Yeah, we didn't. I don't want to say we. Yeah, I don't think we did have cell phones back then.
No.
No, back in the 80s. When I don't remember when cell phones became a thing, but yeah, everything
90s,
was just
late 90s.
so different back then. You know.
Yeah.
So it was pretty much people actually really talked to each other. So, yeah. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay, well, thanks for sharing that, and we're going to have more, and we have 2 or 3 more that we could do right now, but let's wait on them.
Okay.
And when we first post this, if anybody has any stories to tell, I guess we'll post it where they can contact us in the comments below, right?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
We're just swinging this. We're just swinging this here.
Yeah, but I think we can have a lot of fun with this, and I think all of you people, you've been sitting there thinking, people think I'm crazy, you know, but it happened, and now you're in a place where not only do we think you're crazy, we think we're crazy, we think everybody is, but it's okay.
No, but we know it. When you know everybody's crazy, then it's okay. The problem is when everybody's crazy and yourself is
Right.
crazy and you don't know it.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun, you know, talking about stories. We all have stories. I mean, most of us do. Maybe some of us don't. But you know, all of us either know ourselves or we know somebody that something strange and wild happened to, and who knows? You know, we might start talking on this podcast, and people might have shared the same phenomenon, the same kind of thing, the same shaped object or creature or specter or whatever it is. So you know, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot different than what we're used to doing. And I think we're going to explore some fun things, and I'm going to keep working on that intro, people. Mm-hmm. I'm going to keep working on it, Mark, until I get it just the way you want it, man.
I was thinking something like da 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 da.
I love it. I love it. Hey, please don't sue us. I know these are pretty accurate depictions of maybe other themes, but you know, we're just kind of winging it off the top of our heads. Any other movie theme or television theme that these may be similar to is strictly coincidence, and is no way intended to be plagiarism.
When you got 7 billion people on the planet, or 8 billion, you can't think that this one person came up with this theme song and that another person could have come up with the same exact theme song. I mean, it's very possible, right?
Easily. And so, also, I want everybody, Mark, before we go, I want everybody to vote on what type of voice that I should use for the woo-woo. I was thinking something like, you know, I could just do more of my normal voice, or I could do, this is the woo-woo channel. I'm Tim, and this is Mark. Or I could do something even deeper. Hello, this is the woo-woo channel. Kind of my Darth Vader voice. Or maybe something unexpected like, hi, this is the woo-woo channel. My name's Tim, and this is Mark. So, you know, whatever we need to do.
Yes.
I am your father, Mark.
Ooh, yes. Your father. My father, you are. Okay, well, hey, thanks a lot, and hopefully we don't run out of stories for this podcast.
Oh, no. There'll be a million of them. Just keep them coming, and we'll have some, we'll throw some prizes and things out there. We're not above trying to bribe you guys either. We'll do anything it takes.
Whoever ends up coming on they will be part of an official Project Woo Woo club. I don't know what
Perfect.
you get from it. You might get a thank you for being on our channel. You're part of the club. I don't know. We'll come up with something.
Or maybe a box of Cracker Jacks with a decoder ring. You never know. We'll do something.
Or a referral to a good counselor.
God knows. We're all gonna need it after we watch a couple of these episodes.
Yeah. Yeah, and we might up our production values here at some point too. We're just getting started. Well, I'd like to get to the point where people share pictures and share videos, and we bring them on, we talk about them, and it can be a lot of fun, but it's going to take you guys to participate. And you don't have to have a silly mask to participate. You can just show up.
Or an aluminum foil hat, although it does help, and we are definitely being fitted for our tin foil hats as we speak. We want to be protected. You can never be too safe.
I fell asleep. I fell asleep on the couch last night without my aluminum foil hat, and I did feel violated when I woke up this morning. But my wife was laying there too, so it might have just been her. I'm not real sure.
Are you saying, Mark, that creatures from another planet might have beamed you up and had their way with you sexually?
No comment.
And if so, did you like it?
What happens in Area 51 stays in Area 51. Just saying. All right, well, thanks a lot, Tim, and we'll talk to you later, and this will be fun.
Thanks for having me, man.
All right, bye-bye.
See y'all later. Bye-bye.
Bye.